Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my live. This is the Suarez, as many of you know, and I am here to chit chat with you and talk about a few subjects. So let's get right into it. I will wait a little bit to see if who comes in. Actually, you know what? I gotta text some people. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second while you guys make it in. No. So we have a couple of subjects to touch on today. So one of them is the closing of Alligator Alcatraz, which is not really closing down, but the judge has ordered for it to not continue construction. Now, all of this is actually thankfully due to the Miccosukee Indians who are fighting against it. So because of them, the judge has ordered the halt of all this construction. Now, I am being affected by this, and this is why I'm taking this to heart, because I am personally being affected by this by a very close family member of mine that is being held in Alligator Alcatraz with absolutely no connection. I have no idea what is going on with them, and we are really scared for his life. We are his health, everything. But thankfully, and I hope that the closing and the stop of construction means that they will let him go, or at least switch him over to Chrome. That's all I ask. Either let him go, contact his family. We need to know what is going on with him. This is so unfair. He did his time. There's no reason why he should still be held in there. Okay, so that is one of the things that I'm majorly right now touching on online and everywhere else, aside from the second topic that we are going to be touching. Hey, Blue Sky. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. I know finally, right? I'm over here. I'm getting a little sweaty. I'm shiny. So we're gonna touch a lot of that. So the other thing that we're gonna do now is also touch on something that I came across, unfortunately, very disturbing on Threads. And not just Threads, but this one is one of the worst ones that I have come across on Threads, and it is really bothering me because of what I came across. Now, I was going to share a video screen record, but I'm not going to do that on YouTube for obvious reasons, because a lot of the little girls that are on that screen recording, their faces are clearly being shown and promoted to being sold to the market and to the highest bidder. I had to shut down my damn Threads because I just couldn't take it. This week has taken a toll on me, so now I'm learning to take a break, breathe, because I cannot go through what I went through this week. But I will show you this. This is the person we are talking about on Threads. This is the piece of shit, Sad Boy Cole. That's his name. I found him on the sexual predator registry, by the way. You can search his name. He is on the registry. He is still serving sentence, and he is allowed. For one, I thought registered sex offenders couldn't even have social media. So how is this person allowed, if he is currently serving a sentence, because he is, it says it on his profile, on his record, how is he allowed to be on Threads? That is the problem that we are having, is that Threads, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of them are letting these guys slip through the holes and the cracks, while people who just post regular stuff, and even if you say the wrong things, you get banned, you get shadow banned. You cannot get out there. They are trying to silence us, and I am not going to allow I'm just not going to allow this shit to fucking happen. Not on my goddamn watch, because I have children and I'm going to have grandbabies. Fuck that. We are not doing that. Okay, I have the fact that I worked next side by side to PDF files at work, shoulder to shoulder, okay? And I didn't know, and I didn't catch on to it. That is really fucking bothering me. Really bothering me. So here's the second one. That is his actual profile that I myself screenshot. Look at his promotion. Look at that shit. Now, you can yourself, do yourselves a favor, go on Threads, go to that account, and you will find all the shit that I screen recorded. Now, I'm warning you, it's disturbing and it's infuriating. So take care. I mean, just, I gotta zen out. Let me check. Let's look at the chat. Let's see. Hey, Lady Reaper, Stella, that's your music in the background, baby. There you go. That's your music in the background. This is Lady Reaper's mix. Everybody, if you guys want to join her, I'm going to tell you right now, she has an event coming up in Miami. It is Night at Necropolis presents Elysium, Miami, with DJ 138 and DJ Lady Reaper, Saturday, September 8th. 11 p.m., $10 cover charge. You guys, I love you. I love you, Lady Reaper. You are amazing. Thank you so much for allowing me to use your music in my background. I will always, always, always love you. Danny, let's see, Danny. Dude is sick, and these social media networks platforms, they're not doing anything. Now, I'm not going to say they're not doing anything, because I did speak, when I came across this profile, I did speak to a detective that I know, and he said sometimes those profiles stay up because they are being investigated. They want to see how much information they can gather before they take these people down. But again, I will revert back to the fact that Cole Wilson is on the sexual predator registry list. How is he allowed to have social media and promote it like this? Now, maybe he got hacked. Maybe this is AI, but at this point, we can't tell. So it has to be brought to the attention of the people that are willing to help and bring attention to this, because this is getting out of control between this PDF files and corn videos being promoted on Facebook Marketplace when you're scrolling through PS5, where kids are scrolling. Kids. Now, we're going to touch on the kids scrolling, because at the end of the day, I feel that no kid under 18, and I'm sorry to say this, no kid under 18 should have access to the internet or social media. At least make it restrictive. Make it restrictive. That's all it is. Parents, be fucking parents. Do not raise your kids on iPads. These kids are smart, dude. These kids are smart. They will find their way around locks, parental guides, parental fucking, all that shit. They will get around it. They know it. VPNs are made to get around your securities. Just pay attention to your kids. That's all I'm saying. They should not have access to this shit. Now, I don't want to go too deep into that, because I really don't want to get my fucking blood boiling this whole week. I've actually calmed down this week, and it has not been, it was a very emotional one. I let it get to me, and I don't usually do that. But somehow I broke down crying. I've never had my heart hurt so much for humanity. Never. And I don't know why that is happening. Those of you that know me know for a fact that I just don't give a fuck. I've never given a fuck about shit, but it's hitting really, 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 really close to home when you have kids or friends that have little girls or babies. Come on, man. So just a lot of shit that's going on. So let me see. Yeah, you're welcome, mama. All right, so next thing we're gonna do, Orlando. The city of Orlando has decided to eliminate and erase the memories of all the Pulse nightclub victims. Now, you guys very well damn know that this is a very, very touchy subject and very close to my heart, as when this happened, I was still in Miami, with Alfonso. And we went and we made a custom-made Mando helmet for the Pulse victims that we donated to a convention. And we also had Jeremy Bullock, the original Boba Fett himself, sign it for us out of the goodness of his heart, because he felt that pain that everybody felt that day. Why? Because that could have been me with my son in that club. That could have been many of my friends in the club with their kids, because that's what we do. We love our children, and we go and we like to enjoy the life with them. So that could have even been my son in the club. Like, my son I will never forget it. My son was supposed to be in Orlando that week, and his friend passed away in that shooting. So why? How does this fucking affect you? How? Why does the colored, let's not even say rainbow. It's just a colored crosswalk. The owner of Pulse already said he's not selling. They are not selling. They're not selling that building. They're never going to sell it. So stop. Let that be. Let people know what happened. We deserve to fucking know what is happening. The future, history. This needs to stay. Stop it. This does not affect you. I've never seen people so outraged over a color on a fucking road. How does that affect you? What? Their lives meant something. It will always mean something. You're not going to erase them, because we're not going to fucking let you erase them. And I'm happy to see Orlando stepping up to the point where they are going every day and redoing it and repainting it. Thank you so much for that. You guys are amazing. But just, oh my God, I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Like, shit is just falling apart little by little, little by little, and it's getting more and more and more dangerous. Yes, yes, Lady Reaper, we're going backwards. As our favorite Depeche Modes say, we are going backwards. But where's the revolution? We're waiting. Those of us are, I'm ready. Let's go. I'm ready for the fucking revolution. Like, this is so like so unnecessary. I just don't it like I just want to move on. I want to move on. Let people live their fucking lives and let it be. Just let it be. That's it. So now let's get into a more, oh, hey, Gerald Jackson. Hold on before we move on. Gerald Jackson. Yeah, I heard that the news. It was disgusting that with the governor. So yeah, again, that actually took me by surprise, because after 10 years, almost 10 years, because it'll be 10 years next year. After 10 years, you're telling me that now all of a sudden it bothers you? No, it always bothered. It always bothered. But now with the social climate that we have now and the president and all that bullshit, people are becoming brazen and showing their true colors of who they really are. So yeah, no. Yeah, my therapist, Danny says that, yeah, my therapist and I talking about the regression today. It's bad. It's bad. I don't know how bad it's going to get. I mean, just look right now. We thought people were so excited about the Epstein files, and we're going to do a little segue here. The Epstein files being released. I wasn't. We all knew that Maxine, whatever the fuck her name is, I don't know how to say her fucking name. Maxwell, that one. Maxwell, we all knew that she wasn't going to tell the fucking truth. She cut a sweet deal. You know what's crazy, that we've been doing research this whole week, and I come to learn I actually gained, it's crazy to say this, but I actually gained slight sympathy for Ghislaine, because I read into her history and I read about who her father was and how connected her father was to Epstein. And her father had a fucking yacht. Mind you, this man had 7 children. 7 children. Ghislaine, I believe, was the oldest one of all. But okay, he has a yacht. He has a yacht. And let me tell you something. So he has a yacht, and he named his yacht Lady Ghislaine, because he named it after his favorite child. You have 7 children, and you also have boys and girls. You mean to tell me that's that's kind of fucked up? Why is that your favorite child out of all of them? He said that. Now, he's the one that introduced Ghislaine to Epstein. Okay? Get this, when she was in her, I believe she was young, in her young age, like young adolescent age, and then they disappeared. She disappeared for a while or something like that. They got separated and then reunited again. I believe it was her father that reunited again with, and then introduced Ghislaine to Epstein. I truly believe that Ghislaine was abused by her father and by Epstein. So I was like, okay, maybe she was a victim of the circumstances. Maybe she was also bringing people in because she was just have that Stockholm syndrome going on with her. Okay. But then now she does this shit where she says there was no list. It's all a rumor. Bitch. No, fuck you and the sympathy I had for you. You could have easily saved face by telling the fucking truth. We knew what was going to happen. We knew that there was going to be no list, or that he wasn't going to be on it. Are we like, that's why I was like, it doesn't matter if the Epstein list gets released or not. There's really no fucking point. We know the truth. And this is the only thing that the only good part that's coming out of this whole ordeal is the fact that the maggots and the MAGA are now realizing that they've been lied to and who he is for real. That's all that I am taking away from this. But obviously, he's not going to fucking pay for this, because now it doesn't exist. But it was on somebody's desk, wasn't it? MU Crayons, hi, how are you? But yeah, that whole thing, that's why when the Epstein files got released. Okay, so moving along. Next. now, that's to me, this whole thing was obviously the distraction. But if you want to really talk about distractions, let's talk about how now the Cubans. Yeah, you Cubans in Miami, and this includes Los Peachy Boys, because fuck them. I don't give a fuck about them, because now they're promoting that Trump is making Venezuela and it's going to free Cuba. Do you not know that Trump is only doing this to take credit for it? but yet the United States is falling apart. He couldn't give three fucks about what's going on to his American people, but yet now he's gonna save Venezuela and Cuba. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Again, I would be all for Cuba being free because that is my homeland. I have not been able to go back since I left when I was 4 years old, and I would love to die in Cuba, in the land that saw me born, but not like this. Not like this. I refuse to give Trump any fucking credit for the freedom of Cuba, because that's not what he is doing it. Those are not his fucking intentions. And you can quote me on that. Those are not his intentions. His intentions is basically to just say the president that freed Cuba. But what about all the other shit that's you're fucking leaving behind? Fuck out of here. Anyway, yes, far right Cubans. And it sucks because unfortunately my family has a lot of them. That's why I don't talk to the majority of that family anymore, because I won't. He ain't saving. He's only saving himself. He is only saving himself. I'm pretty sure there's a bunker. I know there's a bunker somewhere in the United States. I believe it's Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, for all the millionaires. Yeah, oh yeah, that does exist. That does exist. So just be ready for that. Be ready to get, if you have a second passport, renew that shit. Use that shit when you need to get the fuck out of here. Because believe me, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. It's just not as easy as I wish it could be. Now, I want to touch on another subject that happened this week. And I want you guys' opinion on this. This is my friends. I have friends, obviously, I have friends in every part of the universe and all corners of the earth, all religions, because this is one other thing. I don't judge you on your religion. Now, if you're pushy, if you're trying to push shit on me and on everybody else, or if you're judging people based on their religion and shit like that without even knowing the basis of why they're doing the things that they're doing, then you can go fuck yourself. Okay. Now, they're Satanists. Okay, they are members of the TST, of the Satanic Temple, and they wanted to have their wedding at a cemetery in Kentucky called the Cave Cemetery. And the temple was called the Love Temple, and they allow weddings. Everything was good to go. They were ready to go. But when they learned, even though my friends told them they would be very respectful of everything that they wanted or needed to just have everything go smoothly. But as soon as they learned that they were Satanists, guess what happened? They were denied the wedding. They cannot have the wedding at this place where they had their whole heart set on. So now they have nowhere to have their wedding, and they don't know if that's even going to be a thing now where they can have their wedding. So I need to know your guys' opinion, because I told them that this is highly illegal. Okay, remember guys, the Satanic Temple is a registered religion according to the federal government. They are recognized by the IRS. We are protected because of that. So you tell me, if they denied them the wedding and the right to have their wedding because of the religion, is this not discrimination against them religiously? And what can they do? Because they said that they already reached out to the ACLU, but with no luck. They have not had any response. So what other step can they take to make this happen? I mean, at this point, I don't even think they should have the wedding there, because it's going to be, to me, it's already like tainted. But unfortunately, they did have their heart set on this, and they want to know how to move forward. So if you guys can give me some tips and they can read it and I'll post it later, that'd be great. Thank you, MU Crayons. But I think it's bullshit. If you look at the cemetery, it's beautiful. It's very gothic. It's very everything. Like, what? You're afraid of people just dressing in black and their little, their accessories? That's all they were gonna do. And maybe not even that, because of the fact that they said that they would respect your rules. Okay, so I just want to know, and it's definitely discrimination. It really is, Blue. It really, really is. So where can they go? I told them to reach out to the Satanic Temple people themselves. Lucian Greaves would be able to help them with this. I believe they can reach out to them. This is their religion. They should be able to talk to the people ahead and in charge of their religion and see what they can do about it. That's my opinion. I'm going to try my best to see how I can help them, which is like this. I wish I could do more, but there's nothing really I can do. I'm not like a lawyer or anything like that. So I just want them to have the best advice from you guys. Yeah. Till death do us part. Yes, ma'am. So just to help them out. That's all. They're really lost right now. They're heartbroken, and they really don't even know if they're going to be able to have a wedding at this point, you know. And going to, you know, the what is it, city hall, and getting married by court, just not the same. It's not the same. And these guys, you know, they're truly in love, and they really want to celebrate their love. And it really sucks that they're being treated this way just because of a religion, you know. And it's so blatant too, because they went in, everything was ready, but as soon as they asked them the religion, done. Everything was blocked and canceled for them. So again, just put in your thoughts and your opinions on what it could be, and you know, we go from there. Now, here we go. I just had the person that made the stupidest fucking comment that tattoos and plastic surgery are exactly the fucking same. No. No, 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 no. Let me see. I don't think there's nothing wrong with cemetery weddings. Yeah, no, there's nothing absolutely wrong. There's nothing wrong. But the problem is that they're being denied that right at the moment because of it. So yeah. So the person that went ahead and said that tattoos and plastic surgery is the same thing because you alter. No, listen. I was looking for tattoo artists and maybe a plastic surgeon, but I don't know. I know tattoo artists, plenty of them, but I know they're probably busy and whatnot. So I'll probably get an opinion from them offline and then post it, and I'll see if I can get a plastic surgeon and post it. But I made a post the other day because I have been for the last month endlessly working. Well, okay, last month working out hard, but my whole life, ever since I could remember knowing that I had a body that I had, and gaining weight and losing weight and all that stuff, I always felt that I should age gracefully. Why? Because my mother did it. My grandmother, she didn't. My grandmother did believe in plastic surgery, and she always, you know, recommended that I get one. The surgeries that I have are literally not cosmetic. I don't have implants. My surgery, my breast reduction and lift was health reasons. That's it. That's all I have. I don't have anything else because, and not for, listen, I'm not against plastic surgery. Let me get this shit straight. I'm not against plastic surgery. I'm not against people looking the way they want to look or feeling good. The problem is the extreme. I'm against the extreme shit. There's no reason to look like a fucking doll with plastic all over you and just fake. I'm sorry. And then you want to call yourself natural? No, bitch, that is a fucking offense to the women that are natural and striving to age gracefully. The literal goddamn definition of the word. And I hate it that this person tried to fucking alter and change the definition to benefit their belief, or if they've had work done. If you've had work done, hey, good for you. But guess what? You're not aging gracefully. You're aging with fucking assistance. So get the fuck out of here. She tried to fucking message me just now. Oh, stop it. I wasn't disagreeing. Go back. Do you need me to go back to the comments? Because yes, you were very much adamant about disagreeing with me. And now you want to come on and say, no, I don't. Why? Because I was going to blast you? Fuck you. I'm going to blast you. And you're lucky I don't say your name. But guess what? People can go on my profile and see it for themselves. So that's on them. That's up to them to do that. But plastic surgery and tattoos is not the same. Tattoos is literally like just a paint job. It's permanent, but it's a paint job. It's not altering the shape of your body. It's not altering the look, how you look to people. It's just like a canvas, a painted canvas. You don't get put under fucking anesthesia to get a tattoo. The only people that do that are idiots that want to get a full body tattoo or full back and get put under anesthesia, which is not recommended at all. It's actually very, very, very unsafe to fucking do, okay? You don't have to fucking be in recovery for 3 weeks or your body adjusts for 6 months from the plastic surgery. A week, 2 weeks max, your tattoo is done. So how the fuck are you gonna sit there and tell me that tattoos are the same as plastic surgery? Ignorant. You're fucking ignorant. I'm telling you right now, you're ignorant. And you can look at this and you can read it. I don't give a fuck. You're ignorant. That is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Let me see. What is the lady? Danny says tattoos aren't the same. Isn't as intrusive as like BBLs, and it isn't as risky as all the mortality. Right? Exactly. That's what I'm fucking saying. And then Lady Reaper says surgery could be an aesthetic or a necessity. Tattoos are a choice of expression. Both are cosmetic, but some plastic surgery is needed to save or help. Exactly. There's a difference of plastic surgery. There's different levels to plastic surgery itself. I agree. And then Blue says they have their own dictionary and they will defend it. Not on my fucking watch. You're not gonna tell me Cambridge fucking dictionary is wrong, because I don't even go by the Webster. I don't even listen to Webster dictionary, because guess what? Webster dictionary right now is adding fucking bra. So no, we're not doing that. I go to Cambridge dictionary, and the definition is not what this lady said, because apparently it's like how you feel. Danny says, us Boricuas love our bochinche. Spill it, girl. I'm Cuban. Shut up. But I see what you're saying. You mean Caribeños. Us Caribeños, yeah, we love it bochinche. Pero my bochinche comes with facts. That's my thing. I love, listen, we love to gossip. Let's not even fucking lie. Let's not lie. We love to gossip. But yeah, no. Well, the girl, I forgot what was her name. You can go on my profile. You can go on I don't even remember the bitch's name. I don't care to remember it. Do you know what's funny is that I worked with this. I was going to say the wrong word. Damn it, Danny, stop it. You're fucking like winding me up and shit. But I worked with this chick, and she's always been un poquito ahí, entrometida, like always like with the bullshit opinions. Like when I did my, my content and shit, she was always like trying to like masking her criticism with like jokes. So yeah, no, she can go fuck herself. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, now tell me something. What have you guys been up to this week? And what do you guys want to talk about? Like, let's talk about something you guys want to talk about. Also, I want you guys to type to me in the messages, in my DMs. I want you guys to look for topics that matter to you, that you would want for me to discuss, that you're really passionate about. Like, for example, Lady Reaper, I'm going to touch on this. I know this is a very sensitive subject, but you asked me to touch on this, Mama, so I'm going to do that. Many of you do not know, but Lady Reaper lost her son, Bougie, who was a musician, and I can also help promote that for you, Mama. He accidentally committed suicide back in November of last year. This was a very hard time for her. It's the love of her life. He was only 22, I believe, lady, he was 22, right? And it was an accidental suicide. And right now there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of suicide going on because of how bad things are going. And it's sad. His was accidental, but a lot of them, and she's obviously my girl over here. My girl over here is, obviously with the thought, because as a mother, you're always going to wonder, was it accidental or was it because of shit that was going on in his life? But he had a lot going for him. Lady, your son had a lot going for him. So I highly doubt this. Please, it was not intentional. It was not intentional. I'm telling you right now, it was not intentional. So it was accidental. Your son loved you. He would never have done that intentional, knowing how much it hurt you. So please know this. It was unintentional. It was an accident. His legacy is going to live on through you, through me, through everybody that we know. And I hope the deal that we spoke about on the phone goes through, because that will be a lifetime thing. His legacy will be here when we're gone, when the next generation is gone. So let's hope mental health is hell of important. It is absolutely. Look at me. Dude, I had a mental breakdown this week. You guys were not there. You guys didn't see this. And I brushed it off, but it took me a good hour to get myself back up. Like crying, heart hurting, breathing heavily. Like I told my son, I don't know why I feel like this. Man, it got dark. So imagine people that don't have anyone to talk to, man. People that don't or are afraid to talk to. And that's why I am doing this platform, because I want to give people a voice. Didn't mean, oh, it's fine. I'm sure she understood, honey. So I want to give people a voice that are afraid to talk or speak up because of fear of repercussions, or because, whatever. I'm not afraid of it, because there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be someone to step up to the plate and fucking talk about shit that people are suffering through, that they are afraid to suffer through. What happened? Danny, I know wait, Danny, you were in a coma. How many months were you in a coma? Danny Trujillo was in a coma for like a good, what was it? I think it was like 4 months, Danny. I'm sorry if I don't remember, but it was really bad. And look at him. He got himself out, he just got out of the coma and he's living his life. Obviously, health issues are still there, but he's pulling through, man. He's pulling through, and I'm very proud of you for that, Danny. I really am. And that's right. She's a mortician. My girl's a mortician. You know that when I go to Miami, I'm already that's my one bucket list, still is. I remember that's one of the ways that we came into conversation with each other 13 years ago, was that one of my bucket list items, as macabre as it is to watch a live autopsy, because I believe everybody should see that, because you need to know what goes on after you pass, because maybe that will really click and be like, oh damn, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should, maybe I should calm down, maybe I should talk to somebody. Okay, so yeah, I'm Mama, I'm here for you. You know that I'm here, and all of us are here now. Now you have new friends that you can talk to. By the way, Lady Reaper, she hosts amazing goth nights in Miami. She's bringing back the scene that was dying. Thank you so much, you guys. You're doing amazing. You, Chris, all of them. Thank you so much for bringing back the scene in Miami, because it was really, really fucking dying. And I can't wait to go back and perform again, Mama, for you. So it was a month-long coma, but 4 months of hospital stay. That's what it was. Then rehab for learning to walk and remove track from my neck. Now, Danny, I don't remember exactly what happened, what happened that you got so sick. Like, I know you said it, but that was a long time ago when you first got back online. From mortician to musician. Hey, that should be your goddamn catchphrase. That should be your catchphrase. There you go. That's your slogan. But Danny, yeah, I remember you posted what happened, but what was the diagnosis that they gave you as to why you fell into the coma is the thing. Like, what was it that was going on? Like, it just came out of nowhere. That's scary, man. Let me tell you something. That is fucking scary. That's like what happened to me, out of nowhere. Just the pain on my side, thinking it was something completely different, and it wasn't. That is the bar, right? From mortician to musician. That shit's fucking hard as hell. Don't get it twisted. Miss Lady Reaper here. Her father comes from a very famous band. So yeah, it's a long history. It's a long history. But oh my God, you guys are amazing, man. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I got on a little late the last 2 times because of the fact that, it's a setup. It's getting all the, working out all the kinks. Pneumonia. So pneumonia that caused seizures and my lungs stopped working might have been COVID related. Okay, that was when? That was in 2020? Or was that 2021? Grave Raves and Graveyard Disco. You always have at home here. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. I can't wait to go back so we can go back to Lourdes' house. That pool was so, oh my God. That was, bro, can you believe that? I only went to the beach once. I went to the beach once, and that was at nighttime with Carla because, fuck, man, it was raining the 10 days I was there, thunderstorming. And then that one day, the skies opened up, and we were able to go to Lourdes' pool. And that was amazing. That was one of the best nights of my life right there in Miami. Yeah, in Miami, I should say, because I've had wonderful nights. January 2022. Yes, that's what it was. Trio Matamoro. That was her dad's band, by the way. Trio Matamoro. Yep. Trio, yep. So I had to... You had what? You had to be resuscitated 6 to 7 times? Whoa, holy fuck, Danny. But wait, you were resuscitated in the same time, or you were resuscitated like throughout, while you're staying in the hospital, you passed away? So now I'm gonna ask you. So you died 6 to 7 times? I need to know what the hell you saw, because you're one of those. We're gonna have to have a talk. What did you see, if you saw anything at all? Like, what was the experience? Like, did you feel yourself like when you were dying? Like, what does it feel like? That shit must be crazy. That must be a crazy feeling, yo. That must be crazy. 6 to 7 times. Holy hell, yo, you are a beast. Oye, tremendo. You're tremenda bestia, Danny, because honestly, 6 to 7 times and you were able to come back to life? Oh, he's a cat. That means you only have 2 lives left. Sons, how are you? Nice to see you in here. So, yeah. He's a cat, but he only has 2 lives left. Danny, you better fucking live the fuck out of those 2 lives. Oh, and then Danny, congratulations. My boy Danny came out as bisexual when he finally came back. Congratulations. And you remember when you asked me that when we hung out, and I'm good on this. I'm good at picking shit up. When you asked me if I felt, no, I never felt any type of vibe from you that you were bisexual or anything. To me, you were just normal. You were regular. Throughout the multiple seizures, it wasn't at once. But yeah, the visions were wild. I knew it wasn't a dream. I knew something was wrong. So you were asleep. You were asleep but awake. That I think you know what's crazy. I think I've been there when I've been in my little psychedelic journey. So was it like that? Because you've done psychedelics, right? So if you've done psychedelics, was it kind of sort of the same feeling more or less, or what? Like how does it feel? What's the difference there? I just want to know because holy hell, if that's not the question everybody fucking asks. It's like what happens when you die? And so many people just, there's one person that says that they didn't see shit. They didn't see nothing. It was just black. They don't even remember. They came back. They're like, oh, I'm back. Okay. But damn, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Mitch, how are you, honey? Didn't even see. Well, I did see you, but how are you? Thank you for joining us. Let's see. What time is this? Oh, okay, we're still good. Let me see. What other topics can we talk about? What topics do you guys want to talk about? That's the other thing I want you guys to do a lot. I want you guys to also tell me what the best times you think is best for me to get online. I picked 6 p.m. because of the fact that I felt, okay, East, where everybody is almost. East Coast is 3 hours ahead. I figure everybody be home from work, school, whatever, fucking booty calls, or I don't know. I figured you guys would be back by 9 p.m., sitting at home. So I don't know, 6 o'clock. Do you think 6 o'clock is good for you guys? And I was thinking Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I don't know. I know the 3 days a week, but sometimes, my job may get in the way, but we'll see. Maybe this thing takes off and I don't got to go back to work. Hey, that's the goal, right? Oh my goodness. So let me see. What other thing did I just see? Hold on a second. I saw something else that I want to talk to you guys about. Give me 1 second. I'm going to search on my phone. No. Okay. So let me see. Weather-wise. Hurricane, what was it? Hurricane Aaron, right? Hurricane Aaron's. What do you guys think of that fucking Hurricane Aaron? Fucking 800 miles wide. I think it was bigger than the state of Texas. And that one missed. That one missed Florida and all the East Coast. I mean, it still brought rain and whatnot. But the next one might not be so lucky. The next one might hit. And if it's that big, and it's going to be that big and probably bigger, that's going to be fucking bad. Danny says, so it was like being in a state of limbo, like purgatory for lack of better word. I was constantly either running from death in my back-to-back visions or saw myself dead in a bird's eye vision. Yo, that's fucking crazy. Now, when you say running from death, do you have an image of what you were running from? Or was it just like you knew, instinctively you knew you were running from death? Weekend evenings are good for me. I don't want to do weekend. Weekend people are out, and about, and I don't want to make that commitment, to people, like make that commitment to me. And I don't want to do that because weekends could be a little busy for me when season picks up. But evenings for sure. Yeah, now I was gonna do maybe TikToks and lives on IG and Facebook and all that during the day just to like gain momentum. But the YouTube live, I definitely want to keep a schedule like 3 days a week, maybe 6 p.m. And I think that's a good one. Baya. I know, right? This is the last thing we need. No, but I'll tell you what, Stella. If I go before you, you better be my mortician, bitch. I'm not going to accept anyone else. No hurricanes. Please, no. Pero unfortunately, Stella, let's face it, you gotta be ready, mama. You gotta be ready because shit's getting bad and it's gonna get even more aggressive. Oye, estoy más brillosa que un brillo. Mira para esto. ¿Qué es esto, caballero? Oh, I gotta get used to like left goes right goes left on camera. Oh, you're moving my bandana. It's going the wrong way. Oh my God. Oye, hace un calor de pinga. Estoy sudando. Pero no puedo, I can't. No puedo prender el aire. Si prendo el aire, ustedes no van a escuchar ni pinga. No, yeah, definitely. But yeah, that is my bucket list thing, Lady Reaper. And when I go to Miami, I want to see if you can hook that up because I know we didn't do it last time, but I do. I know the smell is probably gonna be overwhelming, but fuck it, I gotta man up and I watch this. Oh my God, glowing bitch. I'm glowing. That's what it is. I'm not shiny, I'm glowing. That's what the fuck it is. Yes. Oh my God. Danny, so let me ask you this. were you scared? That was the thing. Were you scared? Did you, that's the other thing I hear people say, is that they feel a sense of comfort when they're in that state of limbo. Like they're not scared. Is that true? Lady, oye, oye, you're going ham. Estaba bueno el paquete. Oh my God. I fell from a skyscraper, then landed in a poolside area where half the side were dudes, half women. Wait. Where half the side were dudes, half women, and I had fun on. Damn, that's it. That's the real heaven right there. That's the real fucking heaven right there. That's when you had your sexual awakening, wasn't that? In your coma, you had your sexual awakening. You weren't scared because you were, of course, you didn't know. Oh, the sea. So you knew, but you didn't know. You were awake, but you weren't aware. That's fucking crazy. That is insane. Holy shit. But man, at least you have that experience and live to tell it. That's the other thing, because a lot of people don't live to tell that shit. But man, I'm so glad you're here, because honestly, man, you're one of the few that honestly, genuine, honest, like just true. Thank you for that. Oh my God. Oyeme, Newsom. Let's talk about Newsom and his trolling, bro. That motherfucker. Now they're saying that it's not the Latin lady that's doing the trolling, but what? Imagine if it is Newsom. Obviously, he can't say it's him because he can't. You came up. Damn, Danny. Oh, you're just a coma enthusiast. You're a fucking coma enthusiast. We can't have you doing this shit. No, wait. No es costumbre. Now, why the fuck were you in a coma in 2000? God damn. Jesus. But Newsom, man, yeah, Newsom, I'm loving him, man. I'm loving the trolling. And you know what's funny is to see all the goddamn MAGA people fucking losing their shit. And it's like, hello? This is what we've had to put through now for almost a decade. It's gonna be a goddamn decade next year that we've had to put up with this fucking bullshit with him. The trolling and the hate and all that crap. And now that it's being done to them, what is it? What's good for the goose isn't good for the gander? Fuck you. We're gonna troll you harder than you've ever been trolled, because we're actually master trollers. We're professionals, unlike your president. Oh my God. Let me see. Let me go back up to the chat. Give me a second, guys. Let me look. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up for now, guys. So remember, I asked you guys to give me ideas, opinions. I want you to tell me what dates, what times. Also, give the opinions on the questions that I asked about the Satanists getting denied their wedding, the plastic surgery versus tattoos, which we discussed, and just everything. And next week, Monday, I will come back with a lot more topics, a lot more organized with it, because again, this is only my first live on YouTube, and I'm just working out the kinks. And I haven't been online or podcasting for the last, what is it now, 12 years, when I had my first podcast, which a lot of people are not aware of. I did have a podcast with Alfonso, my partner, back in the day, and it was very, 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 very popular back then. And we had a conflict with the producer, and never, got with it again. Life got in the way, raising kids and all that crap. So I promise I'm going to be more consistent on this one, because you guys are really giving me inspiration and motivation to just talk. I need to talk, because if I don't fucking talk and I don't get the shit that is on my chest, in my head, out, I'm going to explode. And I almost did that this week, and that is very out of character for me, and I did not fucking like it one bit. So I will be consistent with this as much as I can. If work gets in the way, I promise that when there is no work, I will be online. But I will give you guys a voice, and I'm going to make my voice heard, because I'll be damned if I don't do anything about this shit, because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to cry every fucking day, as I've been this fucking week, and I'm tired. You remember the podcast, Danny, huh? That shit was fun. The Hangover Takeover, and then we had the Takeover show before that. That's how we met Standby Gypsy. They came across our podcast because we had the Hangover. They had the Hangover show, and we had the Takeover show, and that's how we cross-referenced and cross-referenced. I didn't even mean to do that. Stella, lady, you're gonna love this shit. Yep, exactly. That's how we lose the battle. It is when you hold shit in. Say it. And I do have a chest. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Yes, we do. Oh, Monday, actually, guys, before I go, Monday, I'm actually going to probably do this. And then I'm also going to go live on my Instagram because I have a few people that want to join in and give their opinions and whatnot. I'm going to see how I can do that. I don't think we can do that on YouTube. I'm not sure yet. But if I can have you guys join in video-wise on YouTube, let's go. Let's do that because I know you guys have a lot to say. I don't know what happened to Gypsy, Danny. I really don't. I know he got into what was it, caddying for golf for a very big golf company where he like was doing golf caddy for celebrities and all that, and I think it was going really fucking good. So you know what, now that you mentioned him, I'm probably gonna see if I can reach out to him and see how he's doing, and let's see, maybe he wants to jump on and say hello. Thank you, Lady Reaper. I love you guys. I'm gonna sign off now because I want to make sure everything is good. And then on Monday, I will be back at 6 p.m. for YouTube Live. Subscribe down below. I'm going to leave all the links and everything and on my socials. And then on Monday, I'll let you know which social platform I'm going to go on. But it's probably going to be IG or Facebook because that's where I have my most followings. So I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you on Monday.